Okay, and then separate the egg yolks and egg white from the first. Yeah. Flawless chocolate cake is one of my favorite cakes. Not because it's gluten-free, it's because it's nice and rich with chocolate and Chanika, can you do the egg wash to a stiff cake for me, please? Maybe dice the butter instead of putting a big block. Dice it into a small box so that it melts quick. Right? What are you doing? Yeah, come here.
So we call it a white phone.
Yes.
Or is it just phone?
Come here, Kanika. So what do we do with the stiff cake? It's a meringue. We need to just make a meringue here. Because it's only 3 egg whites, wing is not touching. Ryan, what are you doing? Hi? So I'm just lifting the bowl a little bit higher so that it touches. You know what I mean? In this big bowl, the 3 egg whites is only very low. The whisk is not touching the bowl. Okay? So just...
So we can use the hand blender.
Huh?
We can use the hand blender.
You use a hand blender, but sometimes if you're making a small portion, you just have to make it a little bit, push it a little bit, so it starts to cook, right? That's it. Not taking a long time.
Egg wash.
So we add half a sugar here. And the rest of the half, see the see that's soft peak. Okay, the peak is soft, it's just wobbly. That's when you add your sugar to the meringue. Okay, so I start adding it from the beginning the meringue one part.
Milk and sugar.
Yes, put up. Yeah, put it up. I think now it should be fine because slowly, yeah, bit by bit, slowly. No. No? Or if you do this.
Egg, this one.
Very good.
Egg white.
Yeah, egg white. Egg yolk, yeah.
If I put everything together, it's gonna break all the bubbles. And also just make sure there's no lump in the sugar, and then
Egg like that, right? I just like home.
check. See that? That's a stiff peak. Before the peak was soft, this is how you do it for a stiff peak. Okay? The egg yolk is being creamed. That process is called creaming the egg yolks. So all we have to do is mix all of these ingredients over here. Yep.
So that's just
This egg yolks and sugar. Half sugar in the egg yolk and half in the egg white. Can I have a bigger bowl, please? All right.
那他不要吃东西好了，那他也太惨了。
Okay, if the mixture is runny,
那他这辈子能吃什么鸡蛋啊、菜
if the mixture is a
米
bit
饭也
too
可
thick
以。
like this, you cannot hold it. So what you do is you let go
Abraham.
of some of your egg whites to loosen the mixture.
有啦，可以做康巴尔做的蛋糕了。康巴尔就不是那，
这个可以变成红烧了。
这个可能食谱要换吧。可是我有看过用康巴尔做的蛋糕。
over here, I'm not only trying to fold, this is just mixing. This is not folding, okay? Because the mixture can loosen up a bit, okay? Because if not, it's a bit too stiff, right? So I just have to mix
不
here.
过说真的，那种不是用面粉做的东西都挺难吃。
And then, once it's a bit soft, that's when I fold it, okay?
这个 vegan 不能吃，因为有 egg。vegan 不吃 egg。
我一直都觉得 vegan 也太惨了。
Brian, can you get me 2 more?
A small one, chef.
Yes, more one, please.
要我来也是有，
And then
有都没有。就是对，
we fold the egg whites.
现在有时候跟我吃那费的东西，然后我就跟他讲，
你说那个
奇怪的他不是，然后就跟他讲说，你以为人家没有 allergy， 你是干嘛要吃那么难吃的东西？他没有遇过，
遇到他就会笑。
The better the chocolate, the better the cake. Taste, okay?
然后我就我有听过有到没有更多的，就我看到他拿着大头盔子的面去感觉越文，我说你这个如果人家真的那个价里面那个吃一点，就可以把它。
那真的如果
That one, chef, will rise.
Yes, this will rise a little bit. Why? Because of the egg whites. Little bit. It doesn't rise much. I think that should be enough. And also, any cake, don't put it in the oven in a tray like this. Okay? Because the bottom will not cook. Because of this tray will avoid some heat passing through the right. Always use a rack. And the mold, this one goes straight into the oven. Okay? And these cakes, you can't wait too long after you made the batter. Okay? This has to go in about 180 degrees or 170 degrees in straight away. This mixture, this cake don't wait because it has baking powder. This one, the raising agent is egg white. So if I leave it too long like that, two things can happen. The chocolate will start sinking, right? And also the egg whites, the air will disappear. Okay, this has to go into the oven. Is the oven ready? Can you turn the oven on? Huh?
The previous one there.
Yeah, that's okay. When I say it's okay, like 5-10 minutes is alright, not too long. Okay? And also see this. When you pour the cake, these things has to be wiped off. Why? The cake will rise and these things will hold it from not rising. Okay, so this part will not rise because this will overcook, and then when the cake is rising, this will hold it from not rising. Okay, so what you do is you just clear it. Okay, so no excess dripping in the cake. Okay. Right, this can go in the oven. Huh?
120.
That's okay. When it reaches 180, you can put them in. These are small cakes. This will cook quicker. All right, and then it's very easy to get drier as well because they're very small. Right? Yes, yes. All right. So what happens is this dry fruits is half soft, so that's what exactly we wanted. Another big bowl, please.
Yes.
quite simple.
You're leaving for your home, right? For holidays, home. You're going home, right? What day are you?
I think 20 minutes. Check for after 20 minutes.
December 1st. December 1st? When you will be back? January.
A lot of ingredients.
I cannot
Yes.
remember. Maybe 3rd, 27 or 8.
We already has brown sugar.
Sunday.
Already a lot of brown sugar.
Too much?
We don't need any extra sugar.
I'm ready for month, 1 month more.
Alcohol. And then, can I get a grater to zest them, please?
Oh,
No worries.
so you ask for the chef?
Huh?
You already asked for chef? And chef is okay? Yeah. What? So we got the
Chickpeas. These are chickpeas. These are macadamias. Hazelnuts, not macadamias.
because
Yes.
I'm going home. Yeah, I know.
Okay, you can zest it.
Christmas holiday. Christmas holiday. Yeah, long holiday.
Chickpea in a fruit cake.
Rather function. Like,
Chickpeas in a fruit cake. Alright, a best way to take there is a tiny bit of shell here. If I try to take it by hand, by spoon, I struggle. Use an eggshell to take the eggshell out. Right?
you're super.
See that in one go. Alright, so I'm gonna stop this process here. Right? Why? The mixture is a bit too hot at this stage. If I add the flour, your cake will not, it's a bit doughy. Okay? Even after it's baked, it becomes a bit doughy. Okay? So, Catherine and Renita will finish this cake. All we have to do is, once the mixture is a bit cold, comes to about room temperature, beat the eggs, flour. This is what is this? Baked, strong flour and plain flour. Right? So this can be together. Baking powder together. All we have to do is mix this eggs. Once this mixture is room temperature, cold, beat the eggs, put it inside, sift the flour, and give it a good mix. This won't be as soft as the other cakes. It won't be as runny as the other cakes. This is it will be like a muffin mixture. You know what I mean? And then you put it into your molds and you can bake it. Is that clear? It takes a long time because it's a dense cake. It takes a long time to bake as well. Usually a cake which is a 12-inch might take up to 2 to 2.5 hours in 170 degrees. Alright, and also you can change the flavor of a fruit cake by dominating one fruit. A plum, cherry, right, pineapple, or any one fruit can dominate as well in a fruit cake. Or this is like a good mixture of all the fruits. Okay, and the zest as well can go. Alright, I'll let you go. Do the rest. Okay, what I want you to do is start this mixture first. Alright, I think there's only 3 more to go. Alright, do that. Cool down. Alright, so who's working with you? Which group?
Breakcha and Jitsu.
Alright.
So
Jisoo and Preksha, you share this fruit cake, and you will share the chocolate cake as well. Alright, rest everything, rest 3 groups, you got 3 portions. Share your ingredients. Do this one first. It takes a long time to cool down. Alright, once this is done, you can put this in the cool room so that the mixture cools down. Again, this mixture has butter in it. You can't just cool it down, just bring it to a room temperature. Alright, so do that and do your chocolate cake as well. Flour. When you sift flour, it goes up and it stays. Because almond meal is heavier, it goes up and it just goes back to where it was. Okay? Tea towel. Let's check if the cake is cooked. The main thing I wanted to show here is how to check if the cake is cooked. And also chocolate cake is a bit chewy as well. When I say chewy, it's not too dry as well. Hey, either a skewer is the best thing or a paring knife. Paring knife. Can I get a paring knife please? Center, and you take it out. Runny means not cooked. Okay. If you take out, and if it's like that, I would still finish this chocolate cake because this cake is not. It doesn't get dry. Okay, dry. If it becomes dry, then when it cools down, it's too brittle. You know what I mean? Like how do you say? The brownie is better. It's a bit chewy. It's not. It'll become like biscuit. You know what I mean? It'll become too dry if you finish it dry. So in this cake, you always finish it a little bit under. Okay. See already the cake is collapsing. If I can see, it's collapsing here and it's collapsing here. Okay.
But the temperature should be rolled down over the same temperature.
Another 10 minutes.
The same temperature?
10 Now the mixture is a bit loose. Yes?
Yes, sir.
Now I can fold. Before I cannot fold because the mixture is tight. Now you put it here and then now you gently fold. So now it's foldable. See? Now it's, you let go of some of the advice. It's already done. Okay, if not, I put some the chocolate buttons here. 100 grams chocolate buttons, 100 mils of cream. Right? And then I don't have to bring it to boil. That's had to just melt. This can be done on a pot, not on a bain-marie. Why? Because it has a lot of cream in it. Okay? The chocolate's not going to burn because it has cream in it. This has a bit too much of cream, so it's still runny. Alright, I don't want to use this. I can use this as a chocolate sauce. Can you get me a bit more cream, please? I asked for the chopping board. Okay, then what we do? It's dripping. Number one, I were discussing how to come prepared to a class. How to know, because there's a lot of things happening in the cakes, pastries, and desserts class, right? There's a lot of things. It's too hard to follow, right? That's why I give you the menu 1 week in advance. And that's the reason, if there's something tricky, I show you a video. Why? So that we can come prepared to the class. Without preparation, this cannot be easy. Is that clear? Because there's a lot of things happening. I just say, okay, do this. Whatever you listen here, by the time you go there, is already forgotten. You know what I mean? So you need to come prepared to the class, and also before you start a cake, you need to plan your steps. Okay, I'm going to do this first, and if you have too many ingredients, try to segregate the ingredients. Okay, this goes first. This next, and that's at the end. So try to segregate. What is this called? Mise en place. Okay, or sequencing your mise en place. So that put everything in an order so that you don't forget. And see this, if you're forgetting of what to do, underline the important things. So that when you have the recipe, obviously you don't have the time to read the whole thing. Underline what is important in that step. And then what you have to do is just look at the underlined ingredients. So, and also when there's a lot of ingredients in a recipe, it's very, very complicated. Why? You don't know what to add when. So, see, this is so many ingredients. The ingredients are separated here. In this step, it says place water, butter, sugar, apricot, and also sultanas. Why? These are all dried fruit. Why? These are all dried fruit. They have to be rehydrated. Okay? In the next step, we have glazed pineapple, chopped nuts, and glazed cherry. These are not dried, these are glazed. That's why you need to add later. These are all not dried fruit. These are glazed fruit. You add later. And then if there's a temperature check, then put the temperature check. Make sure it should be cold. Room temperature. Underline that. This will help. Is that clear? I know cakes, pastries, and desserts. Wait until next week. Everybody will be like, what is what? Which pastry is which? When you start making puff pastry, croissants pastry, it is tricky. Is that clear? I've been telling you, I've been giving you a heads up. These classes are not same as what you were doing last term. You know what I mean? There's a lot of recipe. You don't go through the recipe, but you can still do a stir fry beef. Why? Because it's simple. Even if there is no capsicum, it's still a stir fried beef. Yeah? Over here, if there's no chocolate or the egg is not in the right temperature, not enough egg, then your cake doesn't come out. Yeah? Do you understand? Okay, there's a lot of procedure. Please pay attention. And if you want to enjoy the class, come prepared to the class. I know sometimes it becomes boring. Why? There's a lot of people here, right? Is when once you feel, okay, that's a very easy step. I don't have to learn much. You feel, oh, that's too easy. Okay? But you have to do it to get it to end. Okay? It is like this. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Right? Okay. Once again, this does not have to boil. So this is already chocolate and cream together already in here. Then, Catherine, can you dress this cake? Like you see, it's uneven shape. Do it. Even. Get it a good round. So, a couple of weeks ago when we did the sponge cake, we iced the cake. And we also masked the cake. Masking is, we went through a lot of terms last week, right? Masking, icing, right? This is glazing. Alright, all I have to do is
Wash. Shower. Take a shower.
chocolate bar. Again, you don't have to pour too much as well because it's going to be a lot of waste underneath. And also, if it is too hot, the ganache will just slide off. So I'm also making sure the cake, to do this, the cake has to be cold. Like when I say cold, cold, cold from the cool room, but this is not in the cool room. It's still slightly warm. So this has to be cold, and also the ganache should not be too hot. What is the sauce consistency? What is the sauce consistency? First, it should coat the spoon. Because the spoon is black, you can't see it. But when you do this, it should stay. That's the sauce, ganache sauce consistency. And then you, wherever is missing, you do that. And then you can even sprinkle. Get me the almond flakes, please. Flakes. See this? Some parts are dry. See?
Yes.
That's the reason I told you the cake, the chocolate cake, especially flourless chocolate cakes, can be a bit moist. When you do the cake, when you do the test, if it is slightly moist, it's good. Because if it is too dry, the whole cake, will become like this. Too dry. The whole cake will be too dry. That's the reason it can be a bit chewy.
In a bowl?
Yes, in a bowl, always in a bowl, okay? And then you can do half, or you can do full, or you could do other things with fruits, right? Strawberries, cherries, or chocolate cake. Make sure whatever you add there is gluten free, right? And also this cake has a long shelf life, okay? Because it is denser. Any dense cake will have a longer shelf life. And also if I put strawberries or any fruits there, that will go off in 2 or 3 days. Okay? And the cake will be still good. Just the fruit on your decoration will look. Alright, you need to consider that as well. Okay, if I put flaked almond or orange zest, orange peel, alright, that might stay a bit longer. Alright, so that you can decorate the cake however you want it, right? Or a simple icing sugar is also good. Right, and then that goes in the cool room so that the glazing can firm up. Okay, that goes in the cool room, and whatever is in leftover is going to be waste, or you can make a sauce again. Okay, so can you do that with your cake? Your cakes again, I'll repeat, the cakes has to be cold. Okay, if it is warm, the ganache will just drip away. See, already because I did not put in the cool room, see here, it's already dripping on the side. If it is cold, the ganache will hold there. The cake will absorb and it will hold. Right? Just put it in the cool room for about 10 minutes. and take it out once it cools down. Is that clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And then once it cooled down, then to present, you can just move that and put it on a plate. This is glazing. Okay, do the rest, put it away, put it in the cool room, and then present it later. Is that clear?